Welcome back to Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. This is episode 2, The Legend of the Sword Saint. So last time we were attacked by the demon lord Descari. He and his demon horde entered a party in Canabras and laid waste to its citizens. Now I, Constantine, found himself down inside some cavern and ran into a couple of friends, Sela and Camellia. Entirely unsure of their intentions, he decides to join with them, and together they've made their way towards two new potential comrades. Will they prove to be friend or foe? Let's find out.
Found anything?
That's right. He said that he was looking for some sort of sword. So it's up to us to go and find it. So better keep searching for now. Alright, let's see if we can find some sword here.
Godspeed.
No, what is that?
It appears to be some form of copper ring. Not important there.
I found something.
Something. Grinding stones. Useful for a collector, maybe. Let's check over here.
What's that
What
there?
do we have here?
Oh, let's see what this is. Grinding stone and a handful of gems. I found a sword. Day 15th. A strange flash pierces the gloom, and Constantine feels drops of searing blood run down his chest. The wound healed by Tarendalev reopens, and weeps scarlet. But there is no pain or weakness. A hazy scene appears, a cave chamber. This one or another one entirely. Constantine's heartbeat quickens, and a stream of thoughts suddenly bursts into his mind. Thoughts that clearly belong to another. Treachery. They betrayed me, trapped me, and stabbed me in the back. My trusted allies, my treasured friends, the people I swore to protect, the people for whom I descended from the heaven and came to this turbulent mortal world. There they are, up ahead in the gloom of the cave. What are they waiting for? Are they afraid to draw any closer? Do they believe I am about to die from their treacherous blows? Next to me, a quiet moan. A girl with a golden braid lies on the rocks. Clutching her slashed side, she refuses to join the traitors and paid dearly for it. I could have tried to run, but I will not. Whilst I still have strength, I must. While recognizing the foreign origin of these thoughts, Constantine intuits that he can control them somehow. Let's try to. Constantine tries to heal the wounded girl. A spark of healing magic illuminates the eerie, murky scene before Constantine. The wounded girl opens her eyes and whispers, "Lariel? You said that everything was going to change soon. You said you and the other warriors of heaven would be leaving us on a grand mission to stop the demons forever. Is that true?" The frenzy of foreign thoughts comes faster and faster like a rushing river, and images flash by one after another. A priestess in colorful robes observing the stars, a young female paladin praying, clutching her glowing sword, a majestic golden-winged angel gazing into the distance, his face covered by a helmet, but his voice ringing clear. "Only if you're willing, and only if you're ready. There is no going back." Then don't waste your strength healing me, the girl whispers. Your mission is more important. You take care. It is near. There in the vision, the darkness in the cave stares into motion. Something massive appears from within its depths. A vague shadow, an outline, a nightmare come to life. A wave of odious chirping and whistling emanates from the shadow, the sound piercing like hot irons lancing through flesh and bone. The traders fall to their knees before the shadow in irreverent ecstasy, and the wounded girl thrashes in her death throes. The yawning chest wound burns white hot. Constantine's head pounds with pain, and it is no longer clear whose pain it is. The person called Larian, who sent this vision, or the one unlucky enough to receive it. I think Constantine would be determined to fight off the illusion. The force of the attack, though originating in origin, is terrifying, but Constantine is stronger. He shakes off the pain and torpor. But alas, the one who sent the vision cannot claim the same. He is broken and exhausted. A monstrous shadow emerges from the murk of the cave. It is not real, it exists only in the strange vision or memory, but the thrill of fear it provokes is more than real. The shadow's features starkly resemble those of Descari, the terrifying demon lord. In a movement as swift as thought itself, the monster's hand is wrapped around the throat of the one they call Lariel. The foolish angel struggling on the rocks, like a fly with its wings torn off, intones the shadow, its voice changing as it moves, shifting from a quiet whisper to a sonorous shout, becoming young and then old and quavering. Where is your goddess, angel? Where's her assured herald? How is it that you are dying here alone, so far from the light of your heaven? A strange calm envelops the thoughts of the one called Lariel. He recognizes who stands before him, and he knows he will never bow down before this enemy. The flaming sword flares to life in his hand, bright, pure, flickering with multicolored sparks like a sunbeam through the stained glass. Slash! The blade slices through the demonic creature's flesh, and the monster recoils with a howl, releasing his grip on Lariel's throat. The angel falls back heavily on the rocks. His vitality is ebbing, but his pride remains undiminished. He grips the sword, and with his last burst of strength, plunges it into the rock. Constantine senses the vision is fading, the rush of thoughts diminishing like a river running dry. The last thing he hears is this: "You will kill me, monster. This, I know. But one day, someone will come here and raise my sword. They will raise it up and save and protect the innocent." The vision disappears, vanishing in a burst of colors. Constantine does not hear the final words, but he seems to complete the thought, taking it to heart. The words fly from his lips, and within them, something else. The heat blazing in Constantine's chest fades away. The edges of the scarlet wound close, leaving not even a scar behind. Looking down, Constantine sees the flaming sword in his hand, or rather, its outline, the memory of what the sword looked like. With a final surge of warm and soothing light, the sword vanishes, and the light is drawn into his hand. Constantine senses that it will return. All he needed to do is call it.
Hey, are you all right? You were kinda glowing just now.
Sela kneels before the light, offering up a prayer to Iomade. Iomade. Iomade, also known as the Inheritor, Light of the Sword, Lady of Valor, is the goddess of righteous valor, justice, and honor. Having served as Aradin's herald, she inherited many of the last Azanti's followers upon his death, and continues to espouse the ideas of honor and righteousness in the defense of good and the battle against evil.
That was it. The light of heaven. But how?
Lan looks at you, dumbfounded.
What did you do with it? Where did it go?
Wenduok frowns. I hesitated a moment, trying to find the right words, and then I thought, maybe they saw it too. I looked upon them. You saw it too, right? The traitors, the dying girl? Did you all see this as well?
It's only us here. Your group, you, me, Wendu, and the light of heaven that sort of got, sucked into you. Any chance you can whip it out again? We do kinda need it.
Constantine pauses and thinks for a moment. Maybe he was the only one who experienced this, and right, the Sword of Heaven, that's what he called it. Thought.
Sorry, I crack jokes when I get nervous, and when I'm upset, and when I'm happy. Anyway, what I said, it came out wrong. We need to bring you to Chief Sull. You can show everyone the light of heaven, we'll rally the tribe and go into the maze, and we'll get back our kin.
And what if he can't make it happen a second time? What then? The tribe will just say we're crazy and turn its back on us.
Constantine knew that Wenduog was wrong. He can still feel it. I looked to the group and I said, it seems I could control it somehow. As my hand starts to reach up, feeling the sensation, I call upon the light of heaven, revealing it to the group.
That is just... wow, I mean, that's amazing. Heaven has truly blessed you.
So when they talk about heaven here, they're talking about a plane in outer sphere. It's represented by lawfulness, goodness, very similar to Christianity's definition of heaven.
This power is the most majestic thing I've ever seen in all my life. Is this what the sun is like, Lan?
Wenduog stares at the divine light as if transfixed.
Yes, it's similar, but this light is more... golden? Chief Sull needs to see this. Now that we have the power of angels on our side, he can't say no. He'll have to assemble a troop to storm the maze. You Uplanders care about your kids, right? Help us save ours. Without them, we won't survive. And then, the perils of the maze won't be so bad if we go together. We'll make our way through it and find the way to Canabras.
Feeling a pull towards this movement, the words of Lan, he felt compelled to help. Lead us to your chief, and I'll decide if I'm going to help you or not.
Let's go. We'll take the short route. Well, the only route, really.
So it seems I found some holy legendary sword?
Now what?
The Sword of Heaven, they call it. Alright. So it seems like I need to somehow get over this. Let's see if I'm mobile enough. Let's go for it.
The deed is done.
I pulled it off. I was able to traverse those rocks quite easily, very nimbly, to the other side. But Nothing could be that simple. I noticed that there was a spider over there.
Let us not hesitate.
Took this opportunity to infuse my sword with arcane energy, and I blasted it with a ray of frost.
Save the last one for me.
Before I can react, it seemed the spider detected my presence. Catching me off guard, I paused. Cecila's gonna go first. She's going to try to get close to this creature, but seems like she can't attack. And it was Wendewalk's turn. He takes a shot, it hits, deals 5 damage. Lan's turn. Let's see. He's still flat-footed, he's gonna take 2 shots. Both of them hit, but it only did 1 damage. Now it's my turn. I decide... So, he has an armor class of 14. But when they talk about armor class, they're talking about how easy it is to hit something. So, your armor class represents how hard it is for an opponent to land a solid hit. Whenever I try to attack something, I roll a d20. And if I roll higher than the armor class, I hit it. Then I roll damage. So here, I'm going to roll to hit, and let's see if I deal any damage. I missed. So here, I rolled a 3. I have a bonus of 7 for my dexterity, but it wasn't enough. Dexterity and other enhancements. I missed completely, and rolled a 10 where I needed to hit 11. It was flat-footed because he wasn't expecting me, so he was completely caught off guard. But I just grazed the outside part, one of his legs, and seeing that opportunity, he decided to attack me back. My AC, my armor class, was 15, and he rolled high enough to hit me. My armor class was 15, he rolled a 15, so it was a hit. And he was able to take a huge chunk out of part of my armor and left my arm bleeding, dealing 4 points of bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. Alright. Now it's Camelia's turn. Camelia has the ability to attune herself with the spirits. Spirit weapon. I'm going to go ahead and activate it, but I'm also going to try to get close enough to heal Constantine. Can't heal him this turn, I have to wait till next turn. Now it's the other spider's turn. Oh, I guess that spider didn't really do anything. It seems like when the spider bit me with its mandibles, it infected me with poison. But luckily, I was able to pass the fortitude save, so I wasn't poisoned in this situation. Now it's Sela's turn. She goes in for attack. She kills it in 1 slash, cutting right through the spider. As it tried to block with its mandibles, it wasn't enough. It went right through, it was too fast. She immediately then charges the next spider. Wendewalk, seeing the opportunity, immediately shoots from the trailing spider, but the spider was able to deflect the blow. Lan also saw this opportunity and took a shot. The spider was too smart. Constantine slid behind the spider and attempted to outflank it, making his own strike. He misses. The young giant spider retaliates with fury and pushes Constantine to the side, dealing 2 points of bludgeoning damage. Camelia then falls in line with Sela and attempts to pierce the spider. It was successful. And as soon as she pierces the spider, the injured Anevia takes a shot from her bow and deals 13 damage as a sneak attack. The spider is down. That was a very difficult fight. Luckily, I'm not poisoned.
Well,
I ask Camelia for help. She heals me. Oh, I'm at full health again. That was a very challenging fight. Don't really have very high armor class. Armor class is 15. So, armor class, how hard it is for you to get hit, takes bonuses from dodging, your dexterity, and in this case, luck. I could also improve my armor class if I wore light armor. So let's see if I have any light armor. I do have light armor, but I'm not proficient with any light armor. So I can't equip it because I don't know how to use it very well. That's okay though. Alright. Let's see if we can find that. Oh. We could probably use that for making stuff. I don't know yet. Oh, there's a bug. Let's try to sneak attack it. Let's see if Windowog can land a shot. Takes the shot, but it misses. Alright. It is Melia's turn. She's going to use her unique ability to talk with the surrounding spirits, granting everyone a +1 morale bonus. So this morale bonus just makes it easier for allies nearby to hit the target. Sela's too tired, so she can't charge, but she decides to get a little closer to him. Now it's Constantine's turn. He decides to... Let's see what I can do. Well, I'm not close enough to shoot it with my Ice Blast, but perhaps I can provide backup to Sela and just get a little closer. It still hasn't detected me yet. And as a monk archer, a Zen archer, he has the ability to concentrate his mind, so that way when he shoots a target, he has a higher chance of hitting it. It's called Perfect Shot. Rolls twice and takes the higher roll.
Endure this.
It was successful, but it only seemed to hit its wing. It was pissed and decided to go and charge land, but in that moment, Sela saw the opportunity and struck the bug from behind, killing it instantly. Wendowog knew that there was definitely another creature here. She decided to sneak a little closer, but it appears to know where she is, but we don't know where it is. So she's gonna inspect a little bit closer. Still not. Oh, there it is. It seems to be a centipede. 2 of them. We gotta be careful. We should be able to take them out fairly easy. Melia still hasn't been detected. There's Sela. Can't get close enough to deal enough damage, but maybe she can distract it so it doesn't attack. Right, with her shield up, she serves as bait. Constantine is going to drop his stealth and just charge right behind Sela, ready to attack if, say, the opportunity comes. Ooh. The spitting giant centipede attempts to attack Wendowog, but Wendowog was able to see it and move her foot right out of the way. Immediately, Lan decides to take a shot to protect his friend. It kills it instantly. In that moment, same moment, the centipede in front of Sela tried to attack her foot to catch her off guard, but it misses, and Wendowog decided to use it as an opportunity to take a shot. She kills the centipede instantly. Alright. So, feeling rather useless, I've decided well, let's see. I still have a higher chance of hitting with scimitar, so I'll keep to that. But we gotta get to that area quickly. Avoid all unnecessary battles if possible. Oh, no spiders hide. Oh, they found us before we had a chance. Okay, so I can't attack, but maybe I can charge. So I'm gonna use my arcane energy and put it in my sword, and I attempt to charge this giant spider. This will give me a bonus to my attack, but he has a pretty high AC. He is flat-footed, so he's gonna have to, since he's flat-footed,
We shall overcome.
flat-footed, so this is the AC I need to beat. I have a +3 on my attack. I have a +5 on my attack. So, I just want to roll a 6 or higher. Let's charge him.
That is quite a discovery.
Oh, I hit him. Ooh. He decided to attack back. I tried to block it using my arm, but it was able to bite me pretty good, and I think he poisoned me. Wendowog, in the moment of the charge, decides to shoot the other spider. Deals damage, but only seemed to hit its mandible. Pisses it off. The other spider charges Sela and hits her. Sela reacts, misses. Camellia charges in, but she was too far behind. Lan decides to shoot the spider and was successful. Now it's Constantine's turn. The enemy is no longer flat-footed, and he's injured. But he has the ability called... he has an ability to attack and cast a spell at the same time. He's going to take a 5-foot step back. He's going to cast Shield to protect himself. He can't attack because I took a step back, but maybe it'll give me better defenses. Noad takes a shot but doesn't kill it. It's pissed but and very much wounded. Almost dead. Sela, it's up to you.
The inheritor
Ends it.
guide my blade.
Ooh,
Together we stand.
not doing so hot, huh? And poisoned. So hopefully
Rely on me.
someone could help me out. So I asked Sela to see if she can help to get the poison. She dispels it. I'm no longer sickened. But I am hurt pretty good. Be very careful in the next battle.
Let us press on.
Wendowog glances at Lan, who is fixing his slipped bowstring, and quickly walks over to you. Her cat-like eyes glow from beneath her hood. Listen here, you. I don't know who you are, or where you came from, but you and I are the only two people here who see things clearly. That's why I'm asking you. Don't show the light of heaven to Saul. This didn't surprise me coming from Wendowog. However, it doesn't feel right. Lan is sure that the light should be shown to the mongrels, and I'm inclined to believe him. Lan, Wendowog grimaces, and a guttural, husky snarl unfurls in her throat. He wants to play the hero. His first idea, if you remember, was to grab the sword and run headlong into the maze. Does that sound like a plan to you? To me, it sounds like suicide. The worst part is that the tribe might actually take his words to heart and follow where he leads. But I thought you also considered the mongrels to be great warriors. The descendants of great warriors. I believe that my people are worthy of greatness, that we are strong and can do anything. That's why we were chased down here. We scared people. But it's one thing to go hunting in the caves and another to fight in the shield maze. Wendowog leans closer, her pupils dilating. I've been there. I've spent my whole life training so I can make it through all the way to the end. There were more of us trackers at the start. We were young and stupid. What's a couple of monsters when there's a whole world out there waiting for us? That's what we want. That's what we thought, excuse me. But we weren't prepared. The maze isn't just a physical challenge, it's cunning and full of traps. It's dark as the primordial night, and if you close your eyes and listen, you hear whispers right behind you, and soft singing in the distance that seems to rise and fall with the beating of your heart. Wendowog looks away. I had to learn from my friends' mistakes. I had to step over their bodies and go further. I don't want to have to do that again. And it will happen again if a crowd of ill-prepared fighters burst into the maze with no idea where they're going. All because Lan believes that a glowing sword will solve all our problems. Wenduag has a point, I thought. But I'm still not sure if it was the best decision. I'll think about it, I said. Let's go. Wenduag nods. Don't show the chief the light, and I'll lead you through the maze to the surface. I swear it. With that, we wrap up our second episode of Wrath of the Righteous. I know this one's a little shorter, but next episode we're gonna see what Constantine decides to do. Will he side with Wenduag and keep that secret to himself, or will he show the light as Lan wants? Find out next time as we play Pathfinder: Wrath of the Righteous.